Hello my dear learners, welcome to my channel. My name is Namita and today we are going to talk about what is mother tongue influence and how you can get rid of it. So first of all, let's understand what is mother tongue influence. Now we are all born with a language, not born with a language. We learn to speak gradually, but this is the language which our parents are speaking or everybody around us speaks. The language for which we did not have to study grammar, we never joined an institute, we did not have to learn that language. The language which comes naturally to us. Mother tongue is different for every individual. The people who are non-native speakers of English language, who are not born in English speaking countries, have a different mother tongue. In India only, let's not talk about other countries, let's look at India. In India, every part has their own language. There are people in Gujarat who speak Gujarati, there are people in Bengal who speak Bengali, there are people in Punjab who speak Punjabi, there are people in South India who speak Kannada, Malayalam, there are people who speak Haryanvi, there is a Kashmiri language also. In Northeast also people speak Manipuri. So there are so many languages. So the people who right from childhood speak this one language which their parents and everybody in their home is speaking is their mother tongue. It is their native language. This is their first language, the language which you grow up learning automatically. You don't have to work hard for it, and then you speak this language for years. This becomes your mother tongue. This is your native language. Now, why do we call it mother tongue influence? As you grow up and you study other subjects in English, and now you know the importance of English, you want to become a fluent English speaker, you realize that the words or the sentences, the way they come out of your mouth are not the same as the other speakers who you admire, who you think speak very good English. Why is it so? It is because your native language or your mother tongue is interfering with your English. It is actually leaving its influence on your English language because of the tone of your voice, because of the pronunciation which is there in your mother tongue. Because of all these factors, the way you speak your mother tongue, you start speaking English in pretty much the similar way, and that is why we call it mother tongue influence. Can't you just make out from people who belong to different areas that this person, even when they are speaking in English, you know that this person is from this state, because they speak English in the similar manner in which they speak their mother tongue, right? If you have noticed this, then certainly you know what mother tongue influence is. Now, if those of you who still don't understand, I would like to give you some examples. In Punjabi language, people who are so used to speaking Punjabi language, those who have Punjabi mother tongue, they speak English in a different way. Now, Canada, they always pronounce it as Canada or Canada. Have you heard of it? Same way, light, they would always say lat. Please switch on the lat. Then biscuit, they would always pronounce it like biscuit. I want to eat biscuit. Powder, they will pronounce it as powder, the Punjabi accent. Let's move to Bengali accent. Now, a table in Bengali would be pronounced as table. In the same manner, bottle is pronounced as botol, in fact, botol. Then, woman is pronounced as woman. And interview in Bengali would be interview. I'm sure many of you can relate to this one. Let's come to Bihari accent. Lipstick is pronounced as lipstick when people who speak in Bhojpuri, the people from Bihar, speak it like that. Lipstick as lipstick, station as station, shirt as shirt, video as video. I am making a video today. This is a Bihari or Bhojpuri, even Maithili, whatever their accent is or their languages, they speak English in the similar fashion. Now, there are people from Haryana who have a different way of presenting their tone when they speak in English. The same frock will be pronounced as farak. The school will be said as shakul. Park, they will say as Park. Tuition, tuition. My child is going to tuition. I have said English, but in which way you can know. Now, if there are people from South India, now they speak English very well, but their impact of their South Indian language is so much on their English that you can make out that this person is a South Indian. Now, everyone will be said as everyone. Everyone, they will say it as everyone. Anyway, they will say it yennewe, yennewe. Love, they will call it as love. I love you. Calling will be pronounced as calling. My friend is calling. So you get to know that the person is from a particular state or a particular area with the way they speak in English. This is mother tongue influence. Now, some people might be okay with it and there is nothing wrong in it. If you are speaking English correctly, you're forming the sentences correctly, you're not making a lot of grammatical errors, there is nothing wrong with mother tongue influence. It's okay. In fact, we should be proud of the state which we belong to. It is such a good thing that we own it as a badge that I come from this state and this is the way, but I can speak English well. But if you want to have a better command over your pronunciation, if you want to speak English effortlessly and you don't want anyone to know, or you don't want your mother tongue to hamper your English, you want to speak it really correctly, then you can get rid of mother tongue influence. It is not hard. It is possible and it can be done very easily. So now, before I get into the techniques, I would like to tell you one thing. When you are trying to remove your mother tongue influence, don't try to adapt the accent which English people have, the UK and US accent. You should not strive for having an accent. It doesn't mean that English is better when it sounds like them. No. English can be spoken very well, fluently and confident, even without having an English accent. You don't have to say sorry, sorry. You can simply say I'm sorry, I'll be late, I'll see you there. Don't stress on that accent. Your idea is that you just want to dilute your mother tongue influence. You don't want to speak like English people, because English people speak like that. The reason is that they are born in a country where everybody speaks, so they have an accent. Even the Indian people who are born and brought up there adapt that accent, but while staying in India, if you are striving for having that accent, it doesn't make any sense. You are aiming at just improving your language. You're just aiming at your pronunciation. You want to work on your pronunciation. So the first thing, you have to listen more of English. You can watch English movies, you can listen to English podcasts, or you can listen to those people who speak English very well. People who have the same native language as yours, who have the same mother tongue as yours, but they have been able to remove the mother tongue influence and speak English properly. You can listen to them and try to speak just like them. You have to train this tongue. Now, when you were a child, when you picked up your mother tongue or you learnt that native language, you did not go for the technicalities. How you picked it up? You picked it up just the way everyone in your family was speaking. Your elders were speaking the ways, the words in a certain way, the sentences were spoken in a certain way. You picked that up in the same manner. Basically, you copied. Any language is learned by copying, which you also did. In the same way, you can now start copying English also. When you listen to other people speak in English, you can copy their way, their choice of words, their way of forming a sentence. You can do the same and speak good English. It is possible. You can really very carefully observe the way they pronounce their words. They are not saying school, sakul. They are saying school. You can train your tongue to speak that way. You can train your mind to identify school, not school or sakul. This is what you can do. So whatever your mother tongue influence is telling you to do, you can easily remove it when you are speaking in English by listening more. This will help you work on your pronunciation. That is the first thing. Now, the second thing is that you can practice some tongue twisters, and I have shared many videos. I'm going to link the video somewhere over here. You can go watch it, in which I have talked about tongue twisters in detail. Here also I'm going to give you some tongue twisters. You can just listen to how they are pronounced and keep practicing them. What do tongue twisters do? tongue twisters again help you train your tongue to speak in a certain way. The rolling of tongue, the touching of palate, the way you are going to keep your whole internals of your mouth in a certain way. So tongue twisters will make you fluent also, because when you have command on the tongue twisters, you will be able to speak English fast. Your tongue gets to roll immediately. So tongue twisters are the best way to remove mother tongue influence, to work on your pronunciation. If you're serious about it, then you have to practice tongue twisters. Have a look at some tongue twisters and practice them whenever you get time.
Okay, so here are some tongue twisters. If a dog choose shoes, whose shoes does he choose? Red lorry, yellow lorry. Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread. Thin sticks, thick bricks. She sells seashells by the seashore. 9 nice night nurses nursing nicely.
Now another best way is read out loud. Read English books and read all of them aloud, because the sentences that are written in that book are all correct. You should not worry about not speaking English correctly. They are all framed correctly. You can speak them aloud, so that whatever you are speaking, your voice is getting into your head and you are listening at the same time. So now you know the pronunciation. Keep reading. Read it as an exercise. Every day do a reading exercise. Read 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, but read every day. There are some drums being beaten outside, maybe some wedding, something going on. So if you hear that music in the background, please excuse it. Okay, so I was talking about reading, and I talk about it all the time in all my videos. Reading can actually make you fluent. It can help you remove your mother tongue influence. Reading is the best way of working on your spoken English. So read aloud. When you are in a habit of reading every day, then you start doing one more thing. Now you will record your voice. Record your voice and listen to it yourself. Don't go to anyone. It's not an exam. You don't have to get it checked. Listen to your own voice. Now you will get to know which are the areas where you actually have to work. You are already listening to podcasts, or you're already listening to people who speak well in English. So now you know the pronunciation. There is this, when you Google, there is an option of listening to the pronunciation, the pronouns. You can listen to the pronunciation and practice in the same way if you are having a problem somewhere. But when you listen to your own recording, you get to know which are the areas where you still need to work on, which are the pronunciations which are still not correct. We are our best judge. We don't need people to judge from outside. We can give ourselves the best judgment. So record your voice and listen to it. You will get to know which are the pronunciations which still need to be stressed on a little. When you speak aloud anything, start stressing the words which you are finding difficult, like you are not being able to use a sir without an is school, is spending, is station. You should work on it. Say that is in your mind and then just say station, school. Like that, you can work on it by stressing on that word, but you have to practice repeatedly. You have to practice, and practice is something which can solve everything. You already know it. So mother tongue influence can be reduced, can be removed. You can completely get rid of it only by practicing. So follow these simple techniques. I have made a few more videos on mother tongue influence. You can go watch it. I'm going to link again here, or you can find them in the description box. You can watch those videos, and if you find them helpful, then give me a like, and you can share it with more friends who are learning English these days. I'm going to see you in my next video. Take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.